Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Exercise 6.2, third question. Yesterday I discussed up to second question. Today I am going to discuss third question. Right? Show that the function given by f of x equal to sin x. First condition is strictly increasing in open interval 0, pi by 2. Strictly decreasing in open interval pi by 2, pi, neither increasing nor decreasing in open interval 0, pi. The open parenthesis means we call it as open interval. The big bracket or closed bracket means that is closed interval, right? Strictly increasing, I said yesterday itself the definition. When f dash of x greater than 0, the function is strictly increasing. F dash of x less than 0, the function is strictly decreasing. F dash of x greater than or equal to 0 means increasing. F dash of x less than or equal to 0 means it is decreasing. So, the conditions you have to recall first, right? What I said, strictly increasing, first one, right? Solution. First subdivision, they said f of x equal to sin x. Whether you want to check increasing or decreasing or not means you have to find the first step is derivative of the function. What is the derivative of the function here? F dash of x equal to, what is the derivative of sin x? Cos x. Derivative of sin x is cos x, right? Derivative of sin x is cos x. Now you see they given the interval as 0, pi by 2 within the limit. Okay, open interval means 0 and pi by 2 should not be included. Should not be included. Now you see cos x 0 to pi by 2. That means the quadrant is the first quadrant. 0 to pi by 2 means the quadrant is first quadrant. First quadrant means all the trigonometry functions are positive. First quadrant means all the trigonometry functions are positive. So what is your conclusion here? F dash of x greater than 0 for all x belongs to open interval 0, pi by 2. Open interval 0, pi by 2. Here, since cos x in the first quadrant, cos x in the first quadrant is positive. Not only the cos x, all the trigonometry functions, if it lies in the first quadrant, it is positive. Positive means greater than 0. Therefore, I told you, if derivative of x is greater than 0, the function is strictly increasing. The function is strictly increasing. Therefore, the function, or you can say, therefore, f function can be represented by f. Therefore, f is strictly increasing in open interval 0, pi by 2. Again I repeat, you see function is given as sin x. The next step, whatever it is, you should find out the derivative, right? F dash of x equal to cos x. Cos x lies in the first quadrant. The limit is given as 0 to pi by 2. 0 to pi by 2 means first quadrant. In the first quadrant, all the trigonometry functions are positive. So definitely the derivative is greater than 0. If the derivative is greater than 0, then immediate conclusion is strictly increasing. Strictly increasing. Next subdivision you see. Next subdivision, what interval is given? You have to see pi by 2 to pi by. Pi by 2 to pi by. Immediately what it comes to your mind? Yeah, very good. It is in the second quadrant. Second subdivision, f of x equal to sin x. Then immediate step, what I told you, you should find out f dash of x. that is f dash of x equal to cos x. The cos x second quadrant means it is a sine house, I told you, right? Sine and cosecant alone positive, the rest of the things are negative. Negative means what symbol you have to use? Less than 0. Here, since cos x in second quadrant is negative. Negative means you have to represent the symbol as less than. It is negative in where? Negative in open interval 0 comma pi. Open interval 0 comma pi, right? Open interval 0 comma pi. Here you have to write for all x belongs to open interval pi by 2 comma pi. It is a second quadrant, so definitely cos function is negative. Negative should be represented as less than symbol. If f dash of, that is derivative, is less than 0, what is your conclusion? Right. F is, the function is strictly decreasing. The downward arrow is represented decreasing, the upward arrow it represents increasing, right? In decreasing in pi by 2 comma pi, right? Strictly decreasing, negative, right? Less than 0. The third one, what they are asking, you see, the third one, what they said, the third one, neither increasing nor decreasing. I will tell you one thing. The interval is given 0 to pi. See, the first subdivision, it tells you that 0 to pi by 2, the function is increasing. 0 to pi by 2, the function is strictly increasing. Then pi by 2 to pi, in between pi by 2 to pi, the function is strictly decreasing. 0 to pi, the function will act as different type. Up to one interval, it is strictly increasing. The next interval, it is strictly decreasing. How I'm going to write, you see, when third subdivision, that is C, when x belongs to the open interval 0 comma pi, x belongs to open interval 0 comma pi, f dash of x, compare the first subdivision and the second is f dash of x greater than 0, f dash of x greater than 0 in which, in up to where? 0 to pi by 2, 0 to pi by 2, and f dash of x less than 0 in open interval pi by 2 comma pi. Compare the subdivision of first and second. From there, what do you conclude? Which implies that f dash of x is positive and negative in open interval 0 to pi. How I'm saying positive and negative? 0 to pi by 2, the function is positive. Pi by 2 to pi, the function is negative. That means we cannot conclude whether the function is increasing or decreasing. Final conclusion is what? We cannot predict the function is always increasing, the function is always decreasing. The final conclusion is the function should be represented by f. I said the function is neither increasing nor decreasing. The function is neither increasing nor decreasing in open interval 0, pi. Why I am saying it is neither increasing nor decreasing? For example, if the function 0 to pi by 2 is given, cos x is always increasing, we can say, right? Say yes or no. It is positive. Here, here in the case, up to 0 to pi by 2, the function is positive. After that, it is negative. So we cannot say, we cannot give a exact conclusion that the function is increasing or decreasing. So that we use the word as neither increasing nor decreasing. Neither increasing nor decreasing. Now shall I pass on to the next question, children? Right. I hope you people understood, right? Question number 4. What is that question number 4? You see, it is a different question, right? You have to listen carefully. Question number 4. Find the intervals. Up to this, you have no difficulty. Up to third question, you have no difficulty because the interval is given. Here, you are going to find the intervals. Find the intervals in which the function in which the function in which the function given by f of x equal to 2x square minus 3x. 2x square minus 3x. First step, that is our first subdivision, strictly increasing. Second subdivision is strictly decreasing. Up to which point, up to which limit the function is strictly increasing, up to which limit the function is strictly decreasing, we are going to find. Here, up to the third question, I told you have to differentiate only. Find the interval, the word comes. See here, find the intervals. The word comes, you have to equate the derivative with 0. You have to equate with 0. The derivative you want to equate with 0. Again I repeat, whether it is strictly increasing, decreasing means you have no issue. You have to find out only the what? Derivative alone. Find the intervals, the word. Find the intervals, the word when you see in the question, you have to equate the derivative with 0. The same procedure, solution I am going to give you, see. Again I recall, strictly increasing means derivative should be greater than 0. Strictly decreasing means derivative should be less than 0. Here what is your function is given? 2x square minus 3x, right? Function f of x equal to 2x square minus 3x. Children, I want to tell you one thing. You have to be read the formula regularly, right? By heart the formula, then only it is easy for you. Here you have to apply the derivative of x power n. That is f dash of x, derivative of x power n is nothing but, yeah, very good. Derivative of x power n equal to n into x power n minus 1, right? Here what it comes, 2x square will act as, yeah, 4x. Then 3x becomes minus 3. I told you, find the interval, the word when you see immediately you have to equate with 0. Which one you want to equate with 0? Derivative equal to 0. What do you want to equate? The derivative you want to equate, right? Derivative is what? 4x minus 3. Derivative is what? 4x minus 3, right? See, I'll show you again the derivative, right? See here, derivative, that is f dash of x. Find the interval means what do you want to find? A derivative, what do you want to do? Derivative equal to 0. Derivative equal to 0. This is to find interval, the condition, right? You keep it in your mind. Derivative equal to 0. Why you want to equate with 0? You want to find the interval, right? If you want, you should write at the top. To find interval, derivative should be equal to 0. To find interval. What is your derivative here? Derivative is 4x minus 3 equal to 0. Then what is the value of x? X is equal to 3 by 4. Because the negative 3, it will pass on to the opposite side positive. The multiplication will act as division. Normally, then polynomial means we have the limit is minus infinity to plus infinity. The rough diagram I am going to draw. Listen. Minus infinity to plus infinity. Here what is the value of x you found? X is equal to 3 by 4. This is your 0. Center point is your 0. That means it maybe it occurs here, right? That is 3 by 4.75. Now you see minus the 3 by 4, it divides 3 by 4, it divides the real line into two disjoint interval. What I'm saying, you have to listen carefully. The minus infinity to infinity is a real line, right? That is going to divided into two disjoint. Two disjoint means minus infinity to 3 by 4, that is one interval. 3 by 4 to infinity, that is another interval. The 3 by 4 is divide the line into two parts, not equal parts, into two parts. So the point you have to write. What are the points I'm writing? That you have to listen carefully and write. The point x is equal to 3 by 4 divides the real line into two disjoint. Disjoint means there is no connection. Disjoint, two disjoint intervals, right? Two disjoint interval. Polynomial means you have to draw the line like this, minus infinity to plus infinity. Two disjoint. What are the two disjoint? See, open interval minus infinity to 3 by 4 and 3 by 4 to infinity, right? I hope you people understood, right? Say yes or no. Whether it is clear, dear? Now you are going to do the tabular column. See up to which interval the function is strictly increasing, up to which interval the function is strictly decreasing, right? See here, 1 minute. Now you see, I'm going to draw the tabular column. Tabular column in the sense, first column you have to write intervals. Intervals. Next, you are going to write the sign of derivative. Sign of derivative, that is f dash of x. Then you are going to conclude what is the nature of the function. Nature of the function, right? Now, interval. See here, I will explain. I'm going to explain. You have to listen carefully, children. Minus infinity to 3 by 4. See, minus infinity to 3 by 4, you have to select any value. You have to select any value. For example, if you are selecting x as 0, if you are selecting x as 0, what can you arrive? f dash of x is minus 3. Will you agree or not? Minus infinity to 3 by 4. If you are selecting any value, that you go and substitute in the derivative. Means what can you arrive? Negative, right? So I will show one example here, right? Negative. If it is negative means derivative, negative means that is less than 0. Negative means what? Derivative is less than 0. That is f dash of x less than 0. Less than 0 means what is your conclusion? Yeah, very good. Strictly decreasing. Strictly decreasing. Then next interval what we divide? 3 by 4 comma infinity. Here when whatever value you can assign, suppose x is equal to 1, f dash of 1 equal to 4 into 1, 4 minus 3, 1. You arrive the result as positive. That means f dash of x greater than 0. Here your conclusion is strictly increasing. Strictly increasing, right? Strictly increasing. Finally, what do you want to say? Therefore, the function is first subdivision. Strictly first subdivision, what they ask? Increasing, right? First subdivision is increasing, they ask. So strictly increasing increasing strictly increasing on what? 3 by 4 comma infinity. Second one and second subdivision, the function is strictly decreasing on open interval minus infinity to 3 by 4. I show an example, right? How it is increasing, decreasing. See, for your understanding purpose, there is no necessity to write, right? There is no necessity to write. See, there is no necessity. For example, what I said, minus infinity to 3 by 4, you can assign any value. Minus infinity to 3 by 4, you can assign any value, I said, right? So any value means I assigned, suppose, let x is equal to 0. If you are selecting x is equal to 0, you have to substitute in the derivative. F dash of 0 is equal to 4 into 0 minus 3, which is equal to minus 3. That means less than 0. Whatever value you want, you should take. For example, x is equal to minus 1. What you will get? Minus 4, minus 3, minus 7. So it is strictly in decreasing. Next one, what I said? Interval. Interval is 3 by 4 to 3 by 4 to infinity. This is for your understanding purpose. There is no necessity to write it in your exam paper, right? Up to this you have to write. That is enough. Up to this you have to write. This is your understanding purpose. From the interval, you can assign any value. Whatever value you want, you should take. Suppose x is equal to 2. Good. Then you have to substitute in the derivative, not in the function. F dash of 2 equal to 4 into 2 minus 3, right? Which is equal to what you will get? 8 minus 5, 3. 8 minus 5, 3. Then it is positive number. So f dash of 2 is equal to 3, that is greater than 0. Greater than 0 means what is your conclusion? I said it is strictly increasing. I hope you people understood. Again I will explain the sum. You have to listen carefully, children. See, Here the function sin x is given. F dash of x is nothing but cos x. Here you don't want to find the interval and all because it is given in the question itself, right? See here, f dash of x equal to cos x. Cos x, the interval 0 to pi by 2 means that is first quadrant. In the first quadrant, all the trigonometry functions are positive. Therefore, it is strictly increasing. Next, f dash of x equal to cos x. The interval pi by 2 to pi is represented as second quadrant. The second quadrant, sine and cosecant alone positive. The rest of the things are negative. So cos x is negative, the function is less than 0, therefore it is strictly decreasing. Now you come to the third subdivision. If you are assigning x belongs to 0 comma pi, f dash of x, the derivative is greater than 0 means from 0 to pi by 2. Then pi by 2 to pi, already we found that it is strictly decreasing. That means f dash of x is positive and negative between the interval 0 to pi, so that we cannot conclude, we cannot predict the function is always increasing, the function is always decreasing. The final conclusion is the function is neither increasing nor decreasing. Question number 4 is different from the third one, right? In the third one, the interval is given. Here you are going to find the interval. When you find the interval means you have to equate the derivative to 0, right? F dash of x equal to 0. You are finding the point as x is equal to 3 by 4, right? X is equal to 3 by 4. The real line is divided into two disjoint interval, that is minus infinity to 3 by 4 and 3 by 4 to infinity. The intervals. Now you are going to put a tabular column, right? See here, going to put a tabular column, that is you have to divide like this for your purpose, easy way, right? See, interval, to draw a line between. Here also the nature of the function, before you should draw a line, right? Now you see the interval is divided into minus infinity to 3 by 4. In that you can select any value, minus infinity to 3 by 4, you can select any value, even if you want decimal or fraction, whatever it is, the result will give you the result always negative. Therefore the function is strictly decreasing. Then you will pass on to the next 3 by 4 to infinity. You can assign any value of x. That means always you arrive positive, therefore strictly increasing. Final conclusion, the first subdivision, strictly increasing. 3 by 4 to infinity, minus infinity to 3 by 4, it is strictly decreasing. For your understanding purpose, I selected minus infinity to, see, minus infinity to 3 by 4. I selected the value as 0. If you want, you can select any value. Negative also you can select. If I select x is equal to 0 means I arrived the derivative is negative. So less than 0. Here I selected x is equal to 2. I arrived a positive number, strictly increasing. So what we suggest, what we gave as a conclusion, that is 100% correct, right? Interval means what you want to do, the derivative equal to 0, derivative equal to 0. I hope you people understood. I will continue the next sum tomorrow, right? You have to recall what are the things I said, you have to recall, right? Thank you, children. Okay, now you see question number 5. I'm going to discuss question number 5, right?